I'm Elizabeth Richardson, and I'm a social media consultant. And today I'm here with Sharon Brunk. She is a real estate agent with Helen Adams, and we're here in a beautifully appointed Classica home.
So that's Sharon Brunk, that's like drunk, but with a B. And we're here today to show you how to make the perfect margarita. And as we do this, please note that we're also in the perfect kitchen. It's got a gigantic island for entertaining, and this home is actually, I'm sure you've heard of Lake Norman. This home is actually for sale. It's 17822 Jeton Green Loop. Right across the street is Jeton Park, and Jeton Park is on Lake Norman with beautiful walking trails.
Nice. So I'm curious about these tabletops before we start. What is this?
This is actually granite, and it's called like a leather finish to it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's textured.
Yeah, you love texture,
I
yes.
do. I love texture in a house. That's true. Okay, so Sharon's going to show us how to make the perfect margarita. Now, I think I make the perfect margarita, but Sharon has assured me that hers is even better. I don't know.
I don't know. We're talking about some variations on it.
Yes, we'll talk about variations as we go. So tell me what we have here.
Okay. Basically, the recipe is going to be a premium tequila.
This is a good one.
Yeah, we got several tequilas here.
Yes.
I add a little bit of Grand Marnier, and I add some triple sec to it. But basically, it's half liquor and half lime.
Okay, I like it already.
Yep, so we'll get into the exact proportions. So I'm gonna cut this.
Cut the lime. So I have a little lime trick because I consider myself to be a lime expert and a margarita expert.
Okay.
So I always go with a room temperature lime, and because if they're cold, it's hard to get the juice out. And then I always take the lime and like roll it really hard on the surface, and that'll bring the juices up. So you'll get more juice out of it. And these are already pre-rolled. So
they're soft.
They're soft. Yes, you're going to get lots of juice out of them.
All right. I've already squeezed 5 of them.
Yes.
So for 2 people, I like to make almost 2 cups of liquid in the end. Okay, for 2 people. So we'll show you how to do that. And that gives you a huge margarita, or it gives you 2 smaller ones. Now, notice this. If I didn't have this wonderful squeezer here,
yeah.
I would not be able to do this like this.
So we were talking about this earlier. We, coincidentally, bought the exact same one on Amazon. And the trick is you want one that's metal.
And it goes in like that.
Yes.
It does not go in that way.
No, it doesn't go in that way. And it has to have a really good hinge on it. I mean, you're gonna have to really bear down, get a lot of juice out of it. That's my favorite one. I actually replaced an old one because I'd used it so much.
So that's really quick to do.
Okay,
save at least one of these. Okay, we got a half a cup? Okay.
Got a half a cup yet?
See, I'm actually using a measuring cup. You see this limeaid, this is your sweetener. So you can use, sometimes you can do 2/3 of that, 1/3 of this. We're gonna do it half and half today.
Okay. And if you don't have limeaid on hand, sometimes when I do them at home, I do a little simple syrup, and for one person, the juice of 1 lime and the juice of a half of a lemon. You know, if you happen to not have that, you can make your own sort of limeade sort of thing at home.
Okay, so here we're going with our tequila, and I'm just about gonna bounce that up to the top.
That was a big pour there, Sharon.
I know.
What do we think that was, about 8 ounces?
It was almost a cup. Remember, it's going to be half and half.
Yeah.
Half lime, half tequila. Now, you can adjust this to your personal preference.
Okay.
You don't really have to use this. But
So she took that up to, it's now at 1 3/4.
Yeah, here's some Grand Marnier. Just a little bit of
A
that.
little bit of that.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And some
I like
triple
that.
sec.
So what do you think about people who put orange juice in their margaritas?
I think that's fine. Some people put club soda in it.
Yeah.
Whatever you prefer.
Bubbles.
So give it a try. Adjust the proportions. This, I think, is a secret thing, though.
Yeah.
It's a good sweetener.
Nice.
Okay, so we are ready.
Great. So how do you mix it together? Do you shake it? Do you use the shaker, or
I personally don't shake it, but I know you like to shake it.
I like to shake it. I like the more ice, the better. I like it really, really, really cold. And you said this is a Boston shaker?
Yeah, it's called a Boston shaker.
Okay. And I use just the regular martini shaker.
Oh yeah, that's probably easier.
We're gonna use the Boston shaker.
Actually, this needs to go like that.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna pull a glass from the back. I'll pull 2, because we're sharing. These are beautiful glasses, by the way.
That's a lot of liquid. I hope that doesn't.
That's a lot of liquid. That's what we like to hear.
Remember, I'm the one that normally doesn't do this.
And we also have pre-prepared some salt. So on this side, just regular salt, and on this side, salt with a little bit of cayenne.
Yep.
So that's
Okay.
a variation.
Okay, so we're going to use our lime here, and we're going to, before we put the ice in the glasses, I like it on the rocks.
Yeah, I do too. And this is important. I recently had a margarita somewhere, and he overfilled the glass, and so too much salt got into the margarita. It wasn't very good. So you have to be careful when you fill that you don't overfill, because if it comes over the edge, you've got too much salt. Very aggressive there.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Okay, so there's just a little bit of cayenne pepper mixed in here, and I actually intentionally did this where half is cayenne, half is salt.
Right.
That way, if people don't like cayenne pepper,
You don't have to have it.
yeah, you don't have to have it. You don't have to go to that side of the glass. Try to get a little bit more here. The thicker your rim, the more salt you're going to get.
Yeah.
These are kind of skinny glasses.
I like the cayenne though.
No, we're good.
And sometimes at home I'll do a jalapeno pepper, and there's a couple ways you can do it. You can soak it in the tequila the night before. I would recommend that. Or you can muddle it, which means you're gonna put it in a mortar and pestle and then stir it around. But you have to be careful with that. You can get a little too much, you know, hotness in your drink. Oh, this is perfect.
Okay.
Right? Nicely done. Look at this. Oh, that looks delicious.
Again, we don't have to hit the salt.
Right. And you can garnish with a lime if you want to. If you've saved some lime for after and you want to put a little bit in there, sometimes I do that and squeeze it in.
Okay, let's give it a
You
try.
ready? Okay, so
see if it needs any adjustment.
Cheers. There we go.
Cheers. Great.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious. I love that. Wait a minute, you didn't use the hibiscus syrup. What's that for?
This is actually kind of special.
Oh.
Sometimes, instead of using this as your sweetener, you can use the syrup that is in this, and it's very potent.
Oh, okay.
Do not put the flowers in your drink,
Okay.
because it's actually soaked in flowers, hibiscus
Okay.
flowers. So they're not part of the drink, but use the
Okay.
syrup. Instead of adding this, you can put more lime in it, regular lime. Add this to it, it gives it color.
Oh,
It
nice.
gives it a beautiful kind of rosy color.
Oh, nice.
And it's a nice touch if you're doing the hot margarita with either with, as you described, the jalapenos, or if you put the cayenne pepper.
Okay. And you'd also mentioned earlier that if this is too sweet, if you're like, that's too sweet for me, you add a little more lime. You know, just to taste. You may have to just taste it, make sure you get it exactly the way you want it. Some people like them more sweet, some people like them more sour. This is perfect for me with the half and half, a half a cup of this and a half a cup of the limes. I think that's perfect. And lastly, when you serve your margaritas, what do you serve them with?
Well, that great cheese.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of, I go to Whole Foods.
Yeah, Whole Foods has great cheese.
Great, Whole Foods has a cheese guy that helps you out.
A cheese guy.
And I just found something. I said, I want something better than brie. And I believe the name
Yeah.
of it was Saint New Age. And
Oh, nice.
it was round. It's on sale right now.
Excellent.
And it's so creamy. And what I love to do, oh, there they are.
Yes.
I go in for the Rain Crisp crackers because they're delicious, but I just discovered these. Believe it or not, I think this is a sourdough, kind of a little thin biscuit thing with citrus, ginger, and thyme, and it's great.
Sounds wonderful.
So
So that's a good tip. So we're gonna put the recipe up and we hope you'll try it at home. Again, it's Elizabeth Richardson, this is Sharon Bronk, and we're here in a Classica home.
in Cornelius,
Yes.
North Carolina.
Beautiful, and walking trails nearby. Everything is right here. Everything. You have walking trails, you have restaurants, grocery, everything you could possibly need for an active life.
Yeah, and the great thing about this home is you could actually live on the one level. It's two suites, 2-bedroom suites.
It's gorgeous.
It's got a gorgeous bar right there.
Oh yeah, the bar.
And we could have done all this on the bar.
Yeah,
but
then they would have been looking at the back of our house. So.
Yeah, we would have been facing the wrong way.
But we love the bar. That's a beautiful feature of this house, and the
Great.
open living space.
Great gathering area.
Gorgeous.
All the right neutral colors. It's wonderful. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.